Hello there, welcome back to Charles Circle, and welcome back to Old World. Last time, we quickly caught our breath to make sure that we didn't overextend ourselves after some recent offensive successes. We held off raids at Buhan and Moreau, something I feel like I can say in pretty much every episode recap at this point, and looks like it'll be applicable again today. We also had to put down a rebellion after the landowner's family tried to usurp the throne. We managed to handle that and quickly stabilize overall, with, some last little bits of cleanup still left to do. But we did continue to push back out afterwards, and managed to clear one more city site and keep our one city per episode streak intact. I didn't realize this until I was editing, but I think we fully eliminated the Numidians from the game. It was sort of odd. It gave us an event where we chose a truce with them after taking their last city site, but if you look now, they're completely gone from the diplomacy list, so I guess they're out. We took their last city site here and immediately dropped a settler to found Pi Ramses, and not a moment too soon either, because Babylon, as you can see, was pretty close to taking it themselves. They've crossed the strait here, and they took not one, but two of the city sites on our peninsula, and it was very nearly this third one as well. If we'd been really like one turn slower, I believe that this would probably be a Babylonian city site already. And that's a big break for us, because we're certainly trending towards conflict here on this border with Babylon. They're penned into the corner in their own situation here by the much more powerful Oxum, right? And so their only actual avenue for expansion and growth is up here into the north, and that puts them directly in conflict with us. It was a soft power indirect competition to this point. We were both fighting over, how much of the tribal land we would be able to lay claim to, but now there is no more tribal land buffer, and so it seems highly likely that we will have to expand at each other's expense going forward. We could try to coexist peacefully, but I doubt it lasts long term. And, if we're smart about it, a war could be an opportunity to separate ourselves from the pack. Right now, 5 players in the game, we're in this bottom tier. We're doing pretty much as well as Hatti and Babylonia, can be said to. Carthage is in a clear step up from us in second place, and Oxum, of course, is leading the charge right now. But Babylon's loss could be our gain, and that could vault us up into proper contender territory finally. Now, we don't want to start a conflict we aren't ready for, and right now, we are only of similar power to them, meaning we're roughly equivalent. At the same time, though, the longer we wait, the more established and entrenched they'll be on this peninsula, and therefore the harder it'll be to eject them from it. Now, we need to mop up some random raids that have popped up here, there, and a couple random units around here as well. We need to heal up our military in general, I would say, and need to scout this area a little bit more, understand what their naval situation looks like over here, reposition, reinforce, etc. Right, so it's going to be a few turns no matter what we do here, but we'll pull the trigger as soon as we think we feel ready. And it does also bear mentioning again how important owning this strait is going to be. Whoever controls it will be able to send their land units across, and denying them that will be huge. Like, we can reinforce this front over land. They cannot. They need this, and if we are able to cut off this strait, it's only a matter of time until we're able to clear out the units on the peninsula. So we're going to prioritize naval superiority. Okay, enough preamble. Let's get into it. First thing I want to do, just to make sure I don't forget, because I tend to, is get this luxury assigned out to a city. Let's say, is Kem our next biggest city? I think so. My goodness, 9 citizens. In fact, it's our actual biggest city. It's a growth city. That makes sense. Let's do that. Okay, so that's sorted. We should probably grab our research while I'm thinking about it. I think we are finally going to get lumber mill. Although, yeah, this is not terrible either. 200 science for 4k gold. I mean, gold is, you know, whatever. Gold is the overflow resource that you use to navigate, you know, deficiencies in your actual resources. But 4k is quite a bit of it. That said, though, I think we really need this tech instead. So we'll break with our recent trend of taking these one-off bonuses as they've popped up, and instead we're going to go for forestry. As a reminder, wood is the one resource that we are, you know, not only not producing in decent excess, but actually have quite a deficit of. And these forests up in this area, especially adjacent to rivers and camps, are going to be very solid for us. So we need to get that tech, and we need to get that set of improvements down on the ground. Okay, let's take some events. Quelling unrest. Okay, yeah, so this is a free tutorial mission for our Chancellor to pacify a city. We've referenced this, I think, once or twice, but the take-home here is we've talked about how happiness and or discontent is a slowly but steadily accumulating issue as you get into the game, and that you have several ways over time through improvements, technologies, etc., to decrease that rate of accumulation and eventually tip the scale towards the accumulation of happiness. But the Chancellor Pacify City mission is a great way to make not slow, steady gains, but big one-time chunk gains as well. And so you'll see, if we manage to succeed in this mission, we will get an entire happiness level, which means going from discontent level 4 to discontent level 3, etc., etc. So we're going to do that. If it costs us 1 legitimacy, we don't care. That'll still be worth it. I will take that trade every time, and we might get an event. So normally this would cost us some civics and a couple orders. That civics number is modified by the opinion of this character of us, by the way. So we have a discount because they like us, but we also have a 100% discount because this is a free tutorial mission. So we're going to take that. What else do we have? No more events. Cool. Let's start by cleaning up the military situation. Really like to take care of this last guy here. He's driving me nuts by still being around. And if I think about, now I'm just overdoing the micro here, but where do I want this unit going in the longer run? I guess probably out this direction. But we need to cross this river to be able to kill in one attack. So let's just do it here, I guess. Fewest extra orders. Stop stressing about a little bit of micro. That guy is cleared out. Over here, another one that we need to do. This seems fine. Maybe we take our new axeman over here. Ask him to do a little bit of work as well. Up here, oh man, 3 in a row. This is just screaming out for a ballista shot. It's not into urban, so it's not as, you know, crazy as it could be. And these are, I believe, these are ranged units, not infantry, right? Oh, they are infantry. They are ranged infantry. Okay, counts. That's all we care about. But look at this, right? I mean, my goodness. 24 HP. Of course, you'd love to actually secure a kill, but at the same time, man, who cares? 24 HP is huge. And I think, in fact, here, right, we'll select less cumulative HP to secure a kill because that means damage avoided. Or should we have done a rout? You know what? I might do, I don't normally like doing this, I don't want to over-optimize, but a rout kill is just, it's juicy, right? Yeah, I think we're going to do this. I do want to clean this up just so that we can get, you know, our military pivoted a little bit better, right? So let's go ahead and see if we can't clear this out a tiny bit. Do we want to send a militia out there to secure a kill? I think we do, actually. It's a little silly, but sure, right? What else good does he do us? Let's come back to do all the city productions at the same time, because I think we should think about what we need to be producing here in a more holistic way. So let's finish up the military situation here, and yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this raid. So I think what we probably do is we let them come to us, let them try to do an amphibious invasion. It's not super easy. And so we'll put our fully healed infantry into the urban tiles for the defensive bonus that goes along with that. Here, well, we need Babylon to clear out. The only reason they're in our territory in the first place, right, is we just dropped this city. We are also at peace with them, right? So they don't have to leave, but they are only up this direction in the first place because we were just competing over the city site. So let's get this guy, I don't know, how about here? This one here, heal him up. And then let's get, this is a good unit, but it's not, it doesn't have the crazy range of some of our archers. Oh, and we picked up right at the end last time an ambition to get 2 max level units, which just means the full set of promotions. And we certainly have the training, so I think what we might do is just go ahead and try to grab that. Might be Highlander. Ranged units, you already want them on hills anyway. I like to think about promotions that give you sort of passive bonuses for stuff you want to do anyway, right? And so if you are, if you're a frontline unit, you're going to be taking HP damage, right? So just getting more combat strength while you're going to be taking damage anyway, that works very well, right? So I think here, because it's a range unit and you get +1 range for being on a hill, I think we'll do this anyway. Not that that's going to help us too much in the very short term, but again, we're doing this to get a max level unit. Here we have now our max level ranged unit. I suppose we could probably just get it sorted here by going a max level melee unit over on this one. Let's see. From urban. Well, it'd be nice if we'd put them there, but it's only on attack anyway. No, it's combat strength. Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably it. We'll do that. And there we go, right? An ambition resolved. Easy enough. 10 legitimacy is great. We get additional family opinion as a reminder, but also maybe more importantly, we get 1 order for every 10 legitimacy. So that's another order per turn into perpetuity at this point, which is great. So I would love to get this guy on this hill because look at that range. He could actually start peppering the invading forces from there. This doesn't quite do it. And there's not really a tile we can get him into now where that would be the case. What we could do, I think we're going to be okay with these guys and he'll only be a turn away instead, is try to get a little bit of forward scouting information here. We need to know what this terrain looks like. Okay, it's pretty wide open. There is a hill here that could be helpful. Maybe we'll go over here. Okay, more hills in this area. All right, this is good to know. Terrain matters a lot, so it's important to know what you are going up against. Up here, we probably need to do something about him to protect this poor little worker who we might need to evacuate, frankly. But if we come up this way, we can at least start damaging him. If we come over here for the road anyway, I think that's good. It kind of gets us out of the way a bit. I think we're going to take the risk here. I might regret this, but it's a worker. It's not the end of the world. And then last unit here. I don't think we need to spend on a promotion quite yet, do we? Do we care? I think it's okay. Great. All right, and then, so here, we'll just say chill. This boat, I think what we're going to do actually, and we're using all of our orders on military this time, huh? That's okay. I think it's important for us to understand what their naval situation looks like, so we need to get intel out here. Okay, so they have 1 boat right now. This is a bireme, same as ours. It's got a general, so it's a little better, I guess. Does it have a general? No, just a friendly family. Okay. All right, but they have 1 boat that I can see so far. We'll keep poking around here. What I really want to be able to do is to more or less neutralize their fleet on one turn. So that means we need to be able to get, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 boats to single, to clear out this like 1 unit. 3 attacks probably is enough to knock it out. But if they have multiple of these, we'll need the ability to handle multiple of them as well. So that, I think, is a good segue into what should we build. And so we need boats. And I think Wasset is probably the best spot for us to start churning those out. In a vacuum, it would be Pitakeka, who has our best, local training production, but it's not naval. It's not coastal. So we can only, as a reminder, build boats in our coastal cities. So Kem, Wasset, and now Pyramses. Not that Pyramses has much in the way of training up quite yet, but 8 turns. It can add one every once in a while. Something to keep in mind. That's not much worse, right, already than it is here in our capital. So yeah, I think we still need the worker out there first, but let's at least get 1 boat going over here, and we need some cash to make that happen. I'll go ahead and sell a bit of food. That'll take care of that. And then let's think about production in our other cities. So because we need our other cities focused, other cities than Pitakeka, sorry, externalize that thought. I think Pitakeka is going to have to be our land unit producing city right now, which is great. That is what we have set it up for. Unfortunately, it means we shouldn't prioritize further investment into that capability yet. We need to actually take some profit from those investments to this point, so to speak, and actually get a few more units out. I would like to get more chariots on the table because route is so helpful. And we get Saddleborn, right? So I think that's what we do here. Can we sell down enough resources to afford all that wood? We can. So that'll be good. 3 turns, that's pretty fast. So this is why we've invested so much into it. That's a great thing to be able to churn out every 3 turns. Out in Moreau, I think we are also probably pivoting towards unit production soon. These aren't quite good enough numbers yet. They will be soon, right? We're going to keep dropping mines here, and I think maybe to enable that further, what we should do, in fact, is a land grab specialist, right? So if we put a specialist here, we'll grab these extra 2 tiles, and we can put another mine in there. So let's do that. Wuhan, I think similarly, wow, yeah, that's going to pop a whole bunch of tiles. We've talked briefly about this before, right? The way that it does the math, if you have a specialist drop on a border tile, it will grab all adjacent tiles. There are also a series of contingencies after that, though. It says if you grab those tiles, and that creates a situation where a tile is mostly surrounded, which grabbing this tile will cause for this one, for example, you'll just also get that. And it will fill in the city borders here because we'll be 1 tile away as well on these spots. So this is actually more valuable even from that perspective than this miner is, although this miner grabs another tile. So good. These are going to be very helpful things for us. Now that these cities are finally stabilized, we can take a little bit of value out of having them because their improvements aren't continuously pillaged, and they don't have to be spending their turns repairing their dang walls. We can actually invest into them a little bit, so that's great. Glad to see that. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go another turn. There's a new head of the Scythians, by the way. I don't think we care too much, but something to keep in mind. We still have a truce with them. The Danes still very mad at us, and I think they have at least 1 more city site up in this area based on the fact they've been trickling units in from this space. This guy is specifically who I'm talking about. Carthage at war with the Vandals. Good in a vacuum, always happy to see our competitors dealing with tribes, but worth keeping in mind that the Vandals are part of the 1 city border, basically, between us and them. And if they do take this city, I mean, this site has been threatening us, as you know, as the tribes tend to do. But that would put us on a rough border with a leader who doesn't exactly love us. Something to keep in mind. I hope the Vandals do well. Let's find out. Okay. So this is our heir's heir, right? So we have a daughter, our eldest surviving daughter, although I think eldest overall as well, has her own eldest. And so if the game goes long enough, this will also be our ruler one day. So this is important. Let's see. I'm always happy to have a leader general, so I think we're gonna go that direction. And let's go ahead and finally wrap this up. I think that should do it for all of the last little bits of that rebellion. And then out here, how do we want to handle this? Can you hit from there? Of course you can. Incredible. And yeah, let's have our militia cleared out, because that means we can have these important units spend their turn healing. I'm thinking about, does it make sense to push over here? We might actually use this militia to scout the area. I think that's a good idea, because if there's a camp right here, and we've kind of destroyed a bunch of units recently, it might be worth seeing if we can't push out with these units and just pacify that, so that we're finally done dealing with this border. Let's come over here. How did this happen? Okay. Yeah, this isn't so bad. So we have a horse here, which we can more or less resolve with, yeah, one of our better spearmen in particular. Or do we need to prioritize this guy? He can one-hit kill him. It's a little bit of reshuffling. That's a little order inefficient, but I think it's really important to secure the kills here where we can. So let's say attack, attack, attack. There we go. 2 units down. These 2 we should still be tracking. And in fact, could we even... not really worth it. Especially if they come down here to Babylon, I will not be upset if they have to deal with them instead. Always happy to get the XP, you know, but at the same time. Okay. This is not a very defensible city from the north in particular here. There's no river. It's all wide open. This will probably be what we prioritize first and then push down here. It'd be great if we could, like, on the first turn of the war, kind of alpha strike grab this spot. The other thing we should do, actually now that I think about it, we should have settlers ready to drop immediately when we do take a city site. So maybe instead of an axeman, we should probably go here. Now that said, this is a Grand Vizier governed city right now. We must have lost the governor there, which means we can't change any of this. Do we care to do anything about that? We could get Joser, old friend Joser, I feel like he's been around a few episodes, in here, which would be not bad. I mean, +4 happiness is really the headliner there, right? Everything else is close enough to neutral. But most importantly, we could get the Vizier out of here so that we could actually use this city to do things we want. And I think that's more important. So rather than building this axeman, we're going with... Have we invested? Okay, no, we have not. We're going to go with a settler here. And we need to get some food for that. Normally we're selling food. Yikes. What do we need? 341. Let's do that. It's not just that we want to get a city down as fast as possible, it's also that we want to be able to drop a forward base because healing is so important in campaigns. So that's why I'm, really want to make sure that this is ready for essentially turn 1 of the war. It would be great. In an ideal world, we would clear out this city site and drop a city immediately as an opening salvo here, and then clear out the navy there as well. But hey, life is what happens when you're busy making plans, so let's see what actually happens. This is all sorted now. It is time to repair. Let's see. I actually think I'm thinking about next turn we're going to have lumber mills drop. And I think we're so interested in getting that down quickly that we're going to do some wrong city villager or wrong city worker building. So we'll get this guy up here as well. Need to do a little bit more repair. So there we go. I think we what are we doing with these axemen? So this is a land border, technically. It's a very long, winding one, but this could very well end up being an area of conflict in this upcoming war. So I do think we need to have this area defended. And so I think we probably at least get these guys here. So the other thing, right, that a barracks can do is any appropriate unit, barracks is infantry, ending their turn here gets XP per turn. So if you're looking for a place for them to simply chill, you could do far worse. So I think we'll do that. And they don't have a ton of HP taken off, and because we want them to stay local, I think we'll just let them idly gain XP and HP every turn. And here, what are you doing? Road, please. Do we, yeah, keep skirmishing probably. Sort of fall back a tile, take a shot. And then here, we have a worker finally. And I think this will be a great lumber mill spot next turn as well. This is a good spot, I think, for a quarry, right? Show me. 11, yeah. As is this. Yeah, actually, we're definitely doing that. And then over here, I think same thing. I think we need to get this unit up to help us with lumber mills, really. I really do want to drop a whole bunch very quickly, right away. So let's do that. And then maybe one more turn of scouting over here. Call it a turn. Our other ambition, by the way, is what, 4 turns plus 1 Elder Acolyte away. So it's on track. It's taken a minute, but it's on track. Yeah, another unit here. Might have to follow him up. Reinforce, that's what that word is. But hey, here we go. We have lumber mills now. So 7, 8, 9, 9. Good. So we're going to prioritize here. Lumber mills get bonus for being by river. That's a big one. And adjacent camps, which, by the way, is what these trappers all are. So we're going to get pretty decent bonuses up here. This first one already will cut our deficit in half. The next one, which I guess we should probably repair this tile first, but the next one will bring us back up to 0, and then from there we should be golden. I'm really tired of buying wood, and it'd be great to sell it. So, right, out here, another unit has fallen into our trap, I guess. So let's take care of that. 1, 2... And as much as I would really like... I think we need to prioritize the kill. And he can't even get it. I mean, or should we heal both? I think we maybe could. Yeah. One turn's not the end of the world there. Or, in fact, could we even secure from here? Kind of. I mean, not secure, obviously, but... Are we done scouting over here? No, not really. Let's get this last little bit here. And then it'd be nice to keep some visibility down here. If only we had a scout unit still, but we do not. Maybe this guy needs to come up here to help out skirmishing up in this area. That is probably correct. So I think we keep falling back one tile at a time here. Take another pot shot. This road is a big deal. Now we can finally move through this hilly area more easily. Thank goodness. Let's see, what else do we have up here? Right, we wanted to send this militia up, and I don't care if he dies. I need to know what we're looking at. Yeah, there is a camp here. I think we're going to do this then. I think we are going to send these units up, not until they're fully healed. And in fact, do we send any of them up? Maybe we do. I mean, that's not terrible damage. What about our ballista? He's going to take a couple turns to get there anyway, so yeah, I suppose we might as well. All right, let's do this. I think it would be good to get this site sorted. And maybe we should grab another settler up in this area too. Once that's open, that's a new opportunity for us. So this guy, could we get any decent lumber mills in the city? 8 and 8 here and here. We're going to prioritize here because I want to eventually build a specialist that will then grab this gems resource. So let's do that. These axemen we want to chill for a bit. This one, I think we will also have hang out here. He'll keep healing 1 per turn without an order, and that'll be full health soon enough. Maybe we should scout this area too. I'm not sure if that's as important as getting more lumber mills down though, so I think we'll prioritize that. I think this was our next best lumber mill, is that right? 9, yeah. Good. And we do have a bunch of orders left here anyway. Do we need any missions to be run? I don't think we do. I suppose our Chancellor's already going. Yeah. I think we're okay on character missions. We did say someone was young enough or old enough finally to be tutored. And do we have anyone? Oh, he could. We'd have to spend the money on it, and he is ill. He's not that old, right? This is that Danish priest convert. Yeah. Okay, let's do this, but we need to sell a little bit to get there. We said it was 250. But this child in particular will be on the throne potentially one day. So it would be very good if we could have them be as good as possible. So let's do that. Fingers crossed he doesn't die or something. Militia. Well, we're not going to attack with him. Do we move? I guess we can't. He's in the zone of control. So let's go out here, keep getting scouting information, see what's the deal with this city. It's not too much. This is all diminishing returns for scouting, but we might as well. That's a second boat. Okay, good to know. We need to pick a research. So free silk. Now that's interesting. This is a luxury. Or we could get the upgrade to the Axeman line, or the upgrade to the Chariot line. I think we actually want the upgrade to the Chariot line. since we're making them over here. Those are going to be great units for us, so I think we're going to go that direction. Next turn. The other ambition that we need to keep in mind is the Volunteers' Law. That's over here. It requires a tech we don't have. But the moment we do, we should grab it. That's another ambition that would be nice to have sorted. That militia went down, I assume. We have lost a general. Sad. Hey, look, it worked. +1 happiness level in Miro. That's cool. Some wonders being built. We still haven't built a wonder, have we? We gotta do that. Okay, event. Converting the air. Should we try to convert Hati's heir to Judaism? But the current ruler is not, and so he'll be irritated. But he's old, she's young, she'll be the person we have to care about the opinion of for Hati for much more of the near future than this guy is. So do we kind of look beyond him into the future, take a short-term hit with him, but then she likes us a lot. So she'll get conversion to Judaism, which is going to make her happy with us in general because it'll be same faith. But then it'll also be, we get a bonus for having supported her in doing that, which is nice. Or we can say, well, you may be queen one day, but he's king right now, and that matters more. I think we're going to look past him. I think that's okay. And, oh, geez. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's how he died. Our husband killed our lover. Yikes. Well, he's no longer jealous. And dude was 57 anyway. In an old world adjusted terms, he probably wasn't too much longer for this world, so it's not the end of the world. But on the other hand, what the hell do we do with him? Yikes. This might be the first husband we kind of wish died a little bit younger on us. Well, we can essentially exile him, gain a small civics bonus ourselves. We can imprison him, gain a small gold bonus for ourselves. Or we can have him killed, gain a training bonus and a gold reduction. Well, that's kind of rough. He'll still be our king consort, which means that his stats do matter here. Unfortunately. We could just do this, I guess. Probably the move. That does mean we're down a general and a spearman somewhere. I don't even remember where exactly, but around here somewhere, I'm sure. Let's see, and we need to sort this out for sure. So that settler's finally about to grab this city site. I don't think we declare war to stop that. I just don't think we're not ready. You know what I mean? I would love to. I would love to settler snipe this, but I just don't think that's something we're in a position to do right now. Alas. However, this guy can secure that kill, allowing him to attack here. I guess let's try this. Should we heal or kill? I think we secure the kill with this unit and heal here. Hi Ramses, you have dropped a worker, correct? Yes. I would really like to build a boat here. We don't have the wood or the money to buy it. Do we just grab another worker? Or, much more importantly, yeah, let's drop some walls here. This will be a frontline city in the war to come, so that is probably valuable to us. Right, and then up on the northern border, we now have a question of whether or not this is an intelligent thing to proceed on. think, well, we can secure this kill, no problem. If we push, I mean. We could also fall back a moment, heal up here. I don't know. If we're gonna do this, we should just do it, I think, probably, right? So let's. So into urban, right? That's why we're able to do so much damage there. But I think it's more important probably to clear this guy out, not least because his zone of control keeps us from being able to move. For example, mounted units can avoid that, but this guy could not go any further as a result. So, all right, what do we do with him? Is there a helpful hill? Oh, that's interesting. But otherwise, we have to get him what? Here? That would work though, right? 7 and 7. Yeah, so I think that's the answer. Let's go here. Here. And then blast that guy. And, you know, hope there's nothing else going on over there. There will be an upgrade in 2 turns that would be nice to avoid. Then this guy, we said we wanted to get a settler to take that site quickly, if possible. We have to buy a little bit of food to make that happen. I think we're willing to do that. 310. Can we get to 310? We can. There we go. All right, what else? I'll let you keep going. Okay, great. And see, he's passively gotten enough XP to promote, so that's great. And I think, generally speaking, we just want to hold the line on this land border, I think more so than anything else. So let's get him guard, improve his survivability. And then over here, our chariot, let's see. So steadfast is a promotion that we are just no longer going to use. There just aren't that many more tribal units left in the game that we're going to fight. So this is now officially, in my opinion, worthless. Tough is a helpful frontliner. It's a helpful frontliner, you know, upgrade for anyone who's going to be in melee because they're often damage. Focus is crit. Combat overall, also good for a frontliner because they'll be attacking and defending. I think we'll go tough. Yeah, I think that's the answer. And then in Pitakeka, what do? I want to keep building units. We are out of resources. Maybe what we do is make a short-term pivot to a specialist. I don't think we need anything else here, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's take a peek. We don't have the food for either of these, but maybe a farmer to help get the food. Could we pop a border tile anywhere in particular that would be helpful? I guess that expands our borders. This does too, but costs us the food that we don't have, but could get. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So we need to get 20 food. No, I guess we can't really afford that. All right, fine. Pitakeka, let's do instead pick a farmer, any farmer, I suppose. Fine. Okay, where else do we need to go? We need to build over here. Oh, great. More raids in this area. Walls would be nice. We don't have the resources. How about, I think a worker probably to improve this area a bit. Wish I'd noticed this before committing up there, but the ship has sailed. So I guess we send a chariot. Yep, so we'll send a chariot, and I suppose we could, this is why we have these, right? Send a maceman as well. Hell, send 2. They do us no good sitting here, and they'll certainly accumulate experience fighting, so that's good. He, I think, should probably just chill, though. Right, civilian units. Let's see if we can't get more lumber mills going. And then, what else do we have here? Actually, archer. Yeah, we should definitely resolve this, huh? So you go here. We actually cannot add the road quite yet, so heal him a turn. I think secure this kill, right? Starting to get worried about his HP level, but he's also fallen back far enough that it should be okay. Okay. This axeman we said we're good on. Boats, I think it's more important to get another improvement down here if possible. Is there a lumber mill up that way? Or maybe this we just keep going with mines. That's a decent lumber mill site, actually. Right? Yeah, 8. Let's go do that. We don't have the resources. That's fine. We'll get there next turn. He's in position. In fact, you know what? No, let's just wait then. If we don't have that, let's get this now fully healed boat out this way for more visibility in this area too. Same thing here. Grab a little bit more scouting info. Okay, let's go. There's definitely a site up here that I would not hate to clear out. Good. This was our tutor. The only risk in that tutoring mission was that he might die because he was ill. Fortunately, he's not. Interesting. So the Vandals are... Huh. The Vandals want to help us fight the Danes. We can get 3 options. We can get some growth and a free worker. Nice. A military alliance for a ton of gold that we don't have, and that would probably drag us into a war with Carthage, so no. Or a truce with the Danes. I don't think we want a truce with the Danes because we are profiting from the war with them in the sense of we have an expansion opportunity here. I'd love for them to not be attacking us here, but it's also an expansion opportunity whenever we figure out where that encampment is. So I think we take the free worker. This is situationally powerful. It's just not in this moment, you know? So we'll take that. Let's see here. This is why you gotta love Cleave. Let's focus this guy, see if we can't get a route going. I would love to get Cleave here, but I don't think it's worth the extra orders and the force march required, which is even more orders, of course. And this will not get us a route, but is a fine start, I suppose. Sure. Let's go there. This, you know, we're going to be able to absorb this. It's not the end of the world. Over here, that's just screaming out for a route kill. So let's do that. And then the question becomes, what's the best spot to put our ballista for a good kill? I think it's that. Is the route enough? No, we will need the ranged. That's okay. There we go. Our soldiers have taken the local Danish chief, who is apparently 12, a captive. And, oh, I see. The son is being spared. So, small gold bonus. We like gold. She's old. We, oh, interesting. Can adopt the character. He's not anything yet. He's a kid, so we don't know if he's going to be any good or not. Or we could just grab some spare legitimacy. I mean, I'm always going to take a character, given the opportunity. So let's do that. I don't think that changes succession at all. Yeah, it doesn't come up at all. Cool. This is nice. We have another city site now. I would love to get this settler out. In a few turns we will. And then we should be able to potentially even keep our streak going here. We're more than halfway through the episode, though, so let's see if we can get through 4 turns. I don't know. Let's find out. Idle builders and free worker, right? So hey, great, that is helping. Let's go lumber mill. Let's see, over here, also lumber mill. Out this way. So, heal. He'll passively heal in 1 turn. He properly needs a heal. I think at this point, this guy needs to come up here and help out because you probably need to fall back and heal more thoroughly. Yeah, let's get you over here. You should finish this road, I guess. Let's just do it. He'll survive a turn. And now we're connected to the urban. This is our first, like, good, proper road, finally. So happy about that. Axeman, chill. You wait a turn. Oh, sorry, this is the chariot. Do we want to relocate the chariot at all? Yes, actually. He can help out up there as well. She, actually, I think that's generaled by our heir. But you can wait. Let's see. Here. This is just about visibility. You know what it might do? If we don't have enough raw boats, although they are still coming out, we can upgrade them. And we are still doing a lot in the training frontier. And so the question becomes, yeah, so I mean, attack. This would be great for we're trying to do a 1-turn big attack. Grappler is an interesting promotion. You can immobilize a target. Now that doesn't mean they can't attack you if you are next to them, which is how boats fight. So it doesn't totally, remove them, but it does keep them from being able to redeploy. It's interesting. I don't think it matters for what we're trying to do here, though. And as much as this can be helpful once you have naval superiority, you can harass units on the shore. We kind of have to get there first, so I think we take the strike promotion. And I think maybe what we'll do here as well is, let's do tracker, because we're scouting, and we need to know what the visibility looks like here. So, good. We'll continue to try to promote those a bunch, I think. Would be good. I wonder, we can't really hurry this settler, can we? Because I would actually be willing to spend even some civics on it, maybe. Uh-oh. Our governor of Pitikeka is not doing so great. Let's see. Our heir's heir is converting to Judaism. That's great. I don't care to spend that much civics. Rolling the dice. We'll just take some XP. Here we already have a tactics student. Maybe we'll go politics. Can we hurry this? We cannot. We're not developing culture yet. Makes sense. No problem. Up here, I feel like we probably ought to do some scouting, Let's resolve this first. Is that a route kill? No, but it could be. Especially if we target. What do you need? You need someone to take 1 HP off, and I think that's perfect. Yep. Love it. Route. Attack. Route. He's in there like a tick. Infantry on urban tiles. hard to displace. Let's come back to that. Resolve this first, like our only actual active combat situation. Attack. Attack. This guy should heal. As should you, actually, if you're going to be in this area. And then out here, you also need to heal. You'll heal passively in a turn. And this guy, this is one of our better, yeah, it's nicknamed the Med J. This is one of our better spearmen, so we should get, there we go. Get a general on it. Take that. And then this guy, we have a worker here that we, I guess, haven't made use of. It would be nice to get a farm here because of how much food it'll produce for a single improvement. That's pretty good. But we need 20 wood, so I guess we have to sell a little bit of iron. Let's sell a lot of iron in order to afford it. Worth it. And then up this way, let's scout. Let's just keep an eye on things up this way. See what things look like. Yeah, I mean, this could be a decent spot too. Marble's not bad. Sorghum's not bad. 2 of those. Yeah, this might actually end up being a half-decent city for us, just from an RGO perspective. And then that ore also does not suck. So, yeah, good. Very good. Let's get you back here. Promote. Attack from trees is nice. I think that's what we'll do. It's more of an offensive unit-ish. And then you'll take forever to get back, so we might as well. Should we promote you? Yes, let's. How about you? Why not? I just keep looking up at our training stockpile and going, my goodness, we should do something with that. Do we have any laws we can grab? Yeah, maybe we'll finally grab vassalage. Should help our economy a little bit because our unit consumption is starting to add up with the size of our army overall. So that's good. And then over here, it's not a bad lumber mill. Do we want another quarry? Because that's a very good quarry. I think that's actually the answer. I think the answer here... Oh, nice. So this area got popped. Do we want the pasture? Not really, I don't think. It's not as important quite yet. I think we do go lumber mill. Do we go here or here? So this is also a decent mining spot, but I think the lumber mill is more important. They're about the same price, so it's just sort of a longer term guess. I think we're going lumber mill. Here, same question generally, I suppose. Unless, do we have anything we need to do with our boats? Yeah, I think we actually prefer to... Oh, interesting. So we can go fire ship. There's some cool, like, unique water promotions, and I'll be the first to admit I don't actually know them as well as the land ones. So this is kind of fun. You can either push them away or cause them to be disarmed. So if it can't retreat, it gets hurt. That's kind of cool. Still though, on water, there's generally plenty of places to go unless you have it really penned in. And even then, it doesn't kill it. It's just a debuff to combat strength. So, not sure it's that helpful. I think we keep going down the strike. Because we anticipate, as long as they don't declare on us first, we anticipate we'll be able to get in the first round of attacks. So I think it's worth making sure that that's as powerful as it could be. So same, we've talked about these already. If this guy attacks second, I suppose that's helpful. And let's go. Oh, what the heck? We lost our governor here? Yeah, and now our Grand Vizier has changed production. Wish I'd noticed that. Oh, man. That's bad. Okay, nothing here that matters. New Oxum. Ruler. Let's come back to that. That means there's another site over here. Or I guess maybe they're from the same one, potentially. I'm hoping there's just one site like in this area that's been trickling units like this and is now responsible for this one, but this kind of changes things a little bit. Our settler's still a couple turns away. And we can't heal out here. But this is a good unit to handle this if they come at us. All right, so I think what we're gonna do, bring him back out, sort of skirmish a little bit. I think we want him to come back and heal. And same. I'm assuming they're going to keep coming this direction a little bit, so they'll step in here, step into our range, he'll be able to come back out. We're going to fight them here. That's imagining, or that's what I'm imagining, rather. Let's see. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and take care of this, huh? So there's that. You get a promotion. Besieger. And heal. One moment, my cat is yelling at me. Cat managed to close himself in my office. Good work, pal. Alright. So, we have a new ruler in Oxum, and this matters because Oxum is kind of in charge. We have a peace with them already, but we don't have any good personal diplomacy, and in fact, not a great baseline for compatibility with this fella. So what happened there? Yeah, he just got old. Okay. So do we try to befriend? Do we, wow, grab a whole turn of tech, basically, at the expense of an opinion malice? This is just a useless option. So there's essentially a swing of 100 opinion net, right? We either lose 60 or we gain 40. And we lose 2 legitimacy. I really don't care about 2 legitimacy. Or we gain a whole turn of science. Whole turn of science is compelling, but, you know, we're going to be fighting Babylon. I think we really can't afford to also... I think we have to appease, right? We have to appease the hegemon until we're able to take them on. And we're not yet, so. Oh, neat. Free, opinion-improving mission. We've talked about this, I think, a little bit. You can influence a character directly from your ruler, or if you have happy religion head or family heads, you can ask them to additionally try to influence someone on your behalf. Those can stack. I can't, you know, influence someone several times over again, but if I need to make them happier, I can add the intercessions for us, and why not, I suppose. Let's come back to this. I did want to check, because I'm a little irritated about this. Yeah, so we need to get another governor in here, but we really don't have one. How much do we care about Chem not having a proper governor / being able to control what we're building here? Because we've gotten the... We need this Elder Acolyte for that last last bit of this ambition here, and I don't hate the idea of having a Jewish disciple come out of this city, but I also don't think it's anywhere near the most important thing we can do with this city. But we don't have an eligible governor who isn't doing something else, so I don't know if there's really much else to be done about it. This guy is already a governor, our ambassador, a general. We could pull him off an archer. I mean, I kind of think that's actually worth it. I just really hate not having control over what's being built here. So, we are going to insert that. I don't want to waste the production here. We might as well. Like, I'm not going to light it on fire. It doesn't go anywhere else. But we do want to get that acolyte going. This is great. This is the adopted kid. He'll study philosophy. And then out here, what shall we do? I think we're actually in a pretty good spot with our military catching up. Should we push to get the Danish site? Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to be dealing with the Danes trickling in here while we fight this war, so it will make fighting the war easier if we clear this area. So I think we pincer it with at least a few units. So let's send the light chariot, and there it is, okay. Let's send this archer. And I suppose at least one spearman. I'll let you keep healing. I don't want to totally abandon this front either in case Babylon gets any cute ideas either. And you need to keep healing. So you're good. I think you stay here. Heal. Okay, and then what do we do with you? More lumber mills? Probably more lumber mills. Unless the barracks would be good too. Get walls here finally, hopefully. Yeah, I think we go lumber mill. So, oh, we haven't shown this off yet. This governor. No, it's not about our governor. I think it's about our, yeah, it's about our ruler. Right. I think, never actually done this before, but yeah, there it is. We can have multiple workers work on the same improvement. And I've not done this, so I'm not sure exactly how to tell him to. But maybe just by being there, he will. Already contains lumber mill. But like if you, right, let's Control Z and hover over it. You can see, right, that's the little builder icon. That's who we are. And it says, as leader, multiple workers can build improvements. Never actually done it, so, or maybe it's just that there's only one turn left. Okay, well, something to think about, I guess. We'll see if we can do it again in the future. But I do want to get another lumber mill down here. Look at that, it's already churning. We've improved that by, well, it was minus 17, so 34 in a couple turns. Be more soon. Very good to see. Happy about that, for sure. Okay, who else? All right, I think you can chill. Here, do we move forward and get a shot in, or do we maybe step back? I think we step back. I don't want to get this guy caught out. And then some more workers. This would be a pretty decent lumber mill. Yep. Yeah. That's the move. Lumber mill. And over here. See, again, there it is, but only one turn left, so one of these days I'll show it off, I'm sure. I've been meaning to for like 3 episodes and I just keep forgetting. This will be a fine lumber mill, is that right? 6.5, eh. It's not great. I guess I'll come out here for 7. I'm willing to do that. That's a lot of orders. Yeah, I think that's not worth the orders. Let's let him chill for a moment. Or do you come over here and build more iron? Nah, I think it's okay. I bet we can find better uses for it. This guy, for example, can build the exact same improvement for only 1 order. So let's do that instead. And use these remaining orders to scout out this direction, or just again, kind of keep our streak going here and promote. Ooh, +1 anchor range. So anchor range, and that's what this outline is here, is the range through which an anchored ship can ferry across units. And does it show a preview? There it is. See that white border? So you put yourself in the middle, and there's a radius that comes out from your ship, and you can have units just sort of enter and exit that area. I mean, it costs movement to go across, but it's basically like a road. It's super fast. So this is not helpful for combat, but helpful once you control the strait. And I kind of think we're gonna grab it. I don't know. No, it's the first thing we have to do is win. It doesn't matter how convenient it is to ferry units across if you haven't set the security conditions to actually ferry the units across. So I think general combat strength will be helpful there. And then same thing over here. Swift is nice though, as is strike. I think we're going swift, actually. I like mobility a lot for these units. And the semester. I think we can take both of these sites. I think we can. All right, we're down a governor. Let's make sure to put a new one in there because this is an important city and we've got our Grand Viziers running it until then. So let's do that first, or I will forget. And we are gonna have to reallocate someone who has another job already, which sucks. But this is more important, I think. Governor of Pi Ramses? How much do we care about that? I don't know. Shoot. Or maybe we'll get... So we have an event here. Well, it wouldn't be a governor. I was gonna say maybe we'll have a new option, but no. I think we do this. Yeah, we'll allow the match. And, oh no. Our son is plotting and wants to slander. We've gotten this exact mission before from a different character, but like, again, why not? We did it last time, we'll do it here. Interesting. So, deteriorate, the builder, the head of Egyptian paganism, is trying to become the Grand Vizier. We could support the existing one, or... Okay, this is interesting. All right, so what can we do? We can support the new character who will become the head of Egyptian paganism. This character does not like us so much right now. I think, is this the governor we removed because the Vandals got mad at them? They were uncouth. Is this person uncouth? They are. I think this is right. So we could support her, which would not even help, really, our opinion with them. It will, of course, make our Grand Vizier character very mad at us. We can imprison them, which I think we're okay with. We already can't use them. They've already been excluded because they are slighted, right? Or we can persecute Egyptian pagans and gain happiness in our capital. That obviously will hurt cities where we have Egyptian paganism, and we're at 140 right now, so we would lose the plus 100 bonus for being of like plus 1 happiness in those cities. But we would get a happiness level in our capital, the single most valuable place we could get that. But this opinion malice does not decay, and there will be an additional event every turn. Let's explore it. I think we're going to try this. Right, that just gave us essentially 5% bonus to our science generation in the city, reduction or to gold generation vis-a-vis reduction in maintenance cost. I think that's good, and in fact, this isn't even the end of the world, and persecutions will end eventually. I'm just very curious how bad the events that we're going to get next turn, presumably, are going to be. Well, let's find out. Sometimes you just gotta do the experiment, you know? You gotta explore, you gotta find out, even if it feels risky. Okay, back to our military here, though. So I think let's see what pushing up this way looks like. Send you up this way. And, I mean, if we can shoot from here, why wouldn't we, I guess? Even though we can't see all the way through, we have the range to shoot, so I guess we do it. Let's move here first. Okay. Seems fine, but in order to reach, we will have to go here. I think all their units went up this way to try to recapture this. And if we can... Yeah. You know what? I don't... I'm very curious whether they've moved the remaining units up there or not. Because I don't want to deploy this guy unless we need to. Here, however, I do want to come back and heal one way or another. So we'll wait one more turn here. Should we even... We could add a general. Oh, wow. Swift doesn't help here because a ballista can't have it. It's good to know, though. I guess this is the marriage our son just had or something. So let's wait this one more turn, have at least one of these units escort the settler out next turn. Out here, heal, heal. Actually, you can hang here. Down here, you hang. We wait a turn there. You heal a turn. Should we explore up here? There's not much to be seen, I don't think. Feels like a bit of a waste. Wait. Wait. And then finally, we could max level unit here. Wow, cleave on a boat. That's cool. I mean, I don't know how many times you have to worry about crowd control for a navy, so I think we go strike 3. These are cumulative, by the way. So what, 10%, 15%, 20%? This guy's gonna do a lot of damage when he hits, which is exactly what we need. So, very good. Let's get in here, and we don't have enough. Okay, so we should probably wait. We really did chew through all that training we accumulated there, huh? Okay, fine. And then we should try to get more... Oh, here. Just want to see if it's possible. I think this is probably a bad use. Yeah, okay, so it just went to 2 turns. So you automatically start contributing if you move in. Interesting. Kind of cool. Let's see. I bet that's really helpful, by the way, for like wonders, for example. And if we had gone in that direction at all whatsoever, that would have been helpful potentially. Here, do we want to grab that specialist? I mean, I think we kind of have to still go more in the boat direction, right? Because that's this unit now that's out. Do we go another boat? Or do we take a brief detour to grab a citizen, especially one, or a citizen, a specialist, especially one that pops our borders so much like that? I think we do. I think we do. I'm wondering where the best border to pop is. Kind of gets this one. I mean, it's just the most tiles, of course, but it also gives us more more orders. So, sure, great. And then over here, another lumber mill. Yeah, another lumber mill. All right, and then these units, I think we should probably finally build this road, you know? So I'll put him here, add road, and then you do road 2, I guess to there, and then we'll work our way across. Out here, I think this is probably another lumber camp. Lumber camp, lumber mill. I feel like I've been using those interchangeably, and that is not correct, so. Oh, I didn't realize we're stressed. Oh, we should have done that already a long time ago. We might as well indulge in revelry. And then one more turn here. Maybe we add a general. This could be nice. Actually, I think this is the one that we want to add the general on. So we'll have to wait till next turn. But that's okay. All right. Let it go. Turn ended. All right. Next turn, this settler pops out. And I don't think we can get all the way up there in one turn. But we're going to try. Yeah. Got to clear that guy out now. We have the horseman unit, so we can upgrade our chariots. Gosh, that is going to be big. No longer stressed, that's good. A war demand. Oh no, 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 no. No, Babylon. We're not declaring on Oxum for you. Good lord, no. Well, this will be the precursor to the diplomatic deterioration here. Get out of here. Interesting. So we either have to drop a lot of money or pivot. I'm fine pivoting. Ah, this is the follow-up event. So he's concerned about the ongoing persecutions, and we don't gain benefit from extending them except if there's anything in here that gives us to us. That was a one-time decrease in happiness, and so all else considered, I think I might be okay with this. Yeah, so he'll be happy, and it cuts our opinion malice, which is still a thing. Okay, so it does last a long time, but we can cut it in half, or we can demand he convert. I don't care if he converts or not. All right, so we'll call to an end. I think that's fine. I would still take that for the happiness. So glad we did it. Glad we explored it. So let's get you up here, and you here. And now we are going to have to re-clear this camp, unfortunately. That's okay. It's going to take 2 turns to get the settler up there anyway. Here, yeah, woodcutter. I want that gem. That will definitely work. Up here, this is more of a problem. Let's see. I think what we do is get on up here with a couple units, and I think we stay strong. We push. I think we can get away with this. So we will poke. This guy can heal, which is very good. We'll chip away there. Did we end up with a macement? This is where a macement would be super helpful, right? I don't think we have one on this side, unfortunately. Yeah, no, we do not. Do you think we probably need another unit, though, if we're going to push? And I did somewhat commit to that, so let's figure it out. Do we add a general here? Do we force march? Do we promote? We could force march here. To what end? To get off a kill, essentially, for 500 training that we don't have. Never mind. Nope. But then the question becomes, what do we do with this guy? Do we get the kill? Do we heal? I think we heal and act as a damage sponge. Let's do that. Over here, stonecutter. Probably. Take your pick. Doesn't do anything for borders, but we like the stone. We like the civics. That'll work. Out here, this is fine. Maybe we reallocate the chariot, sort of rapid response. This is why we have roads. Get him up here. And then this axeman. So I think this axeman we bring back. Let's say to there at least. And then this one will actually station in the barracks. This is a right family unit. And one of the nice things about walls, well, the most important thing is they add 10 HP to the city. But they also give you a happiness bonus if the correct family military unit exists in their borders. If a correct family unit exists in the borders. All right, and then here, I think we might go battle line just to get macemen for the upcoming war and the semester. Let's see if we can't drop a city next turn just to keep that streak alive. 1 new city per episode, right? I mean, this would be 4 in a row. Is that right? So I wouldn't hate that. A little worried about our light chariot there. Right. Great. Okay. Fine. Dry season. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna do this. I'm worried this precedes a wildfire. Let's pay the resource cost, which we can afford, by the way. Look at this. Look at this. Look what's finally happened. We don't have to be buying like 1,000,000 wood every turn. We actually have stockpiles and cash. Like decent cash. Very good. Very happy to see that. Okay. So what do we do here? Decent kills or decent damage no matter what. Would this be a route? Can you do 6? You can. It could be. Could you get the kill there? Close enough for him to also attack? I think we have to secure this kill. This is nice to have. This would be great to get on this turn. So let's do it this way. We'll go ballista here. Attack. Four HP. Kill. Oh, interesting. The Danes kidnapped a Scythian kid. And we have good terms with the Scythians. And we could get better turns and a small bonus. We could adopt yet another tribal kid and get some civics and irritate the Scythians. We could do the same thing but exclude him from succession. Or gain a free citizen in our capital. The Scythians don't love us. We don't really care. I think that's really the thing that it comes down to. The stakes are really low here. We don't care about the Scythians too much. So, I mean, I think we take the character and the civics. So that's the answer. Great. All right, so hey, we've done this, and there's a route, and this is a city. So where does it matter of these 3? I mean, I think we go furthest west because it still grabs this ore, and then it means it's less in competition with the city. So, oh no, we can't actually even reach that far. That's fine. The stakes are low there. Okay, which family are we due a city? So riders have a malus for fewest cities. Landowners have a bonus for most cities. Sages, minus for cities. Do we go sages? Sage is the right answer here? I mean, there's definitely, in a vacuum, there's a lot of good rural specialists I would love to have here. But I think it's more important to have our people happy with us, our families happy with us. So let's see here. It could be a pretty high growth city eventually. So there's an argument to be made for science per specialist. It's not that big a deal. I think it's riders. It'll automatically be connected. And they are slightly more important right now. They're very happy with us. So that's good. All right, cool. We did it. We have extended the streak. The streak survives 1 city per episode. And my gosh, okay, there are multiple Danish sites still. All right, well, now we know. Now we know. Let's see. It'd be nice to get this as like an incidental, like pierce type thing, right? It's a bit of a waste to attack like that. I wish we were attacking from here and he just got poked. I don't know that we can do much about that. And I think getting the kill is probably the most important part, unfortunately. That said, we can get the kill. Come over here, be in cover, and poke that direction. Seems like a good idea. And if we just keep healing here, I mean, because it's 9 HP, right? Normally, this would be a losing battle if we were doing 5 per turn, because we're taking 7 damage, right? We're down at 13. Now we just killed another unit, so it'll be less damage unless there's someone in the background that we're not aware of. But this plus 9 per turn means that we can out-heal the damage that they do. And that's the difference in that promotion. The, what is it? The healer promotion here somewhere? Herbalist. So plus 4 doesn't feel like a lot, but here it's the fundamental difference between being able to heal indefinitely or being forced to retreat. So small marginal differences can matter. And in fact here, I think what we'll do is secure this kill, because 7 damage to our 13 HP unit is also fine for 1 turn. Here, I think we'll just grab a little bit more damage. And this guy, I guess we'll advance. Do we push all the way forward? It's a little aggressive. We'll just go forward 1. Because I want him to be in striking distance to be able to drop a city next turn if it's possible. And if that's the case, I actually think we'd have to go here even. You know, 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. Very good. What other military units do we still have? This guy no longer feels as important to rush over there. But I think we probably do want to get him over on this side in general, because now we have fewer units. So let's, again, look at how much better it is with roads. Look how much further across our entire empire you can go in 1 turn, casually. Pretty good. I do still want to get that general onto, I guess, a better unit, but the thing about our better units is we use them every turn, so it's hard to get a general on them. That's the trade-off. What is Pyramses going to do? Yeah, I mean, farmer's good here to expand the borders. I would like to get a boat out soonish, though. I'm always so greedy about internal development. It's probably subconsciously one of the reasons that I picked Egypt in the first place, but I think we have to go military here, even though I would love to drop that specialist. It's just not what's most important right now. Out here, you do nothing. You come on down here, grab some passive HP there, but then from there you can hang out, as can you. This spear, do we move up this direction or not? I don't think it's necessary. The other thing I want to do is to reduce the cost of that exact question is get a road that connects through down this way as well. So that road there. And I don't want to run him back yet. Let's just pause for one turn there. You can wait. Then I think you all can wait 2. Anything we should do with our last 2 orders? We can rally the troops, which I suppose, I mean, there's a cost to that, right? 100 civics. I'd rather have the civics, I think. That's okay. Anyone over here? We could pacify a city. That would be good, probably. Let's do that. Wasset? Yeah, let's do that. And I think that's where we're going to leave it. So we have continued our streak. We still have 1 new city per episode, which I feel good about. That's good expansion pace. It's a fun little gimmick, but it's also like genuinely a good marker of progress and success. So that's good. We have started to prepare for the inevitable conflict over here. We have scouted everything out. We've changed our military-industrial production strategy to get the Navy going. We've got a third boat and more coming soon, I'm sure. We've healed up. We are working to pacify this border, which is going to be really important. We cannot afford to be distracted on this border, as we've seen a million times out here, while trying to fight an all-in war down here. And make no mistake, our war with Babylon is going to be an all-in war. This is not something we're going to half commit to. We have to do it if we're going to do it. So it's a bummer we didn't get to click declare war in this episode, but at the same time, better to take our time and get it right here, and execute cleanly, and without distraction. So I think this is good. We're also probably on a good pace to keep our streak alive next episode no matter what. But I do think we should be able to clean this up as well, remove the Danes from the board entirely, I think, and then be able to probably declare next episode on Babylon. I make no promises, but I think we'll be at the very least in position to do so. So I think this is a good one. I think this was necessary consolidation and kind of a pivot. This is the beginning of the transition out of the first stage of the game. The first stage of the game, you are indirectly competing over tribal sites. And in the middle stage of the game, we are going to be directly competing over each other's city sites. And we're not there right now, but we are very quickly shifting gears into that. So it's pretty fun. It's going to be like full-on pitched wars against other players. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. I hope you are too. I keep having a blast with this. Hope you're enjoying it. If you are, be sure to come in again for the next one. Things are heating up, I think. So should be a good one. Should be a good one. Until then, though, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye.